So using the trimmer then, this is a small version of a handheld router, and as such we need to adhere to the safe operating procedure for this machine. It's got inside it a bearing cutter, and it is a simple 3/4 round cutter. Now this silver tip here is the cutting bit, and this is the bearing, and the bearing has a job, and the bearing's job is to follow the path of the work around, and that bearing will follow the path of the work, and it won't allow the cutter to cut in any deeper than the edge of this bearing here. Now we have different shaped ones of these, but this is just a simple 1/4 round. Principles of this machine, and this one has been set to the correct depth for this particular job already, and I'll show you that in another video. The machine always wants to be sitting down level flat on its machine bed. It wants to be turned on and running up to speed before the cutter touches the wood. So you need to get it settled. I've got a finger on holding the machine down and a hand supporting the weight of the motor. Then as I turn it on, the machine is going to kick slightly. That's because it's running at very high speed. We always want the machine to be held in both hands and held securely when you've got it running, and that includes after you've turned it off and the motor, whilst there's no power to it, the cutter is still spinning. We will stay holding it down because we do not want a spinning bit up this high. Holding it down horizontal, flat on the work, turning it on then, making sure we've got a good grip as we do so, and then just in a slow, relaxed way we're going to move that bearing into the work and follow it around. Now because of the direction routers are spinning, it's helpful to work against the way they're spinning so they don't drive the cutter for you and go too fast. So routers always go left. Okay, it is a goggles and earmuffs machine. You must make sure that there's no nicks or kinks in the cord, and that nothing underneath here is going to interfere with the blade as we run it around. Your work needs to be sanded, so if like this, and I'm doing it on purpose to show you, you've got a little lip, the bearing will follow that little lip and translate it into your routed edge. So goggles are on, earmuffs are on, hair is tied back out of the way, fully covered shoes, cable out of the way, machine down on the work, turn it on, be prepared for the kick of the machine, and store it there. Turn it off, wait for it to stop, place it back in the tool well and disconnect from the power. Then we can have a look at how the cut went, and you can see that the inconsistency of the sanding was traced by the bearing. And so the other thing that we're just picking up is once you've stopped moving, you need to pull away from the work, because when you leave that router spinning in one spot, it will burn this MDF. Okay, the rest of that is ready for sanding. Of course, you need to be careful to have it clamped down well, and also have your clamp out of the way, because we've got to account for the machine bed. And you may find in this process that you need to run up or near to the clamp, turn it off, take it off, reclamp the whole thing 3, maybe even 4 times until you're all of the way around. If you find that you moved away with the bearing, it is okay to go over this a second time.